I don't know if discovered Nicaragua, but we had been traveling to Costa Rica on a regular basis for vacation, surfing, and at one point we wanted to expand our horizon, and Nicaragua is famous for its surfing waves and uncrowded beaches, and so we decided to venture to Nicaragua. It took a little convincing, but I can say the first day we were here, after a walk on the beach, Darlene looked at me and said, "Why don't we get a place here?" And one thing led to another, and so here we are.
Yes, I was kind of not sure of Nicaragua. I really, heard different stories, and Greg was really dead set on coming, and definitely for surfing, but I fell in love with it almost right away. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. Meeting Leslie and Belkis was, they're very personable, they're honest, they listen to what you have to say. They don't just go show the properties that they want to maybe necessarily get rid of. They listen to what you have to say, what your interests are, okay, and they adjust to that. And that was one of the things that we really like about Leslie. And as we continue to work with him, I mean, we've used him on 5 purchases now and sales, and he just more and more he comes. Oh, great! Dolly, you made me lose my train of thought, dude.
6.
But I could add something there. So I think criteria-wise, we wanted someone that we could trust. Not from a standpoint that they're going to tell you what you need to know versus what they think you need to hear. With real estate or investment, timing is key, and we wanted to make sure it was someone that was knowledgeable not only of the local real estate market, but also had their finger on the pulse of what was happening within the country on a global standpoint. And definitely Leslie has really proved himself invaluable in those aspects as far as the knowledge and timing, and it's been key for us.
Leslie is wonderful to work with because he's a very calm person. He encourages you, and he helps you to understand what you're doing and what you're looking at, and doesn't berate what you're saying, and really helps you to understand the full picture. And when you have questions, he answers them to the fullest.
We're coming up on 4 years living permanently in Nicaragua, and before that we were visiting for a couple of years, and so we've since we've found Nicaragua, we've had multiple real estate investments and transactions. We started out with a rental property, and then an initial home that we thought was going to be our retirement home, and then we decided that didn't fit our needs, and so then we moved on to a transition home that we would stay at until we found our residential or retirement home, I should say. We couldn't find it, so then we decided to build, and so then we were looking at lots. And so through it all, it's been key to have someone, a partner, if you will, a friend, who kind of gave us what we needed to hear versus what someone thinks that we want to hear. And that and the timing has been critical. And one thing I can say is that we have confidence in Leslie and Belkis in that they have their finger on the pulse and can give us a straight answer of what's going on with the market and advice that we can trust as to whether it's a good time to buy a place or a good time to sell. And we're grateful for that. Other than Tonia's? Of course, surfing is tops on my list, but I think overall, the slower pace lifestyle. Both Darlene and I were, had corporate careers for X number of years, and part of the decision of coming to Nicaragua was to get off the merry-go-round and slow down and focus on a different way of life, and we found that here in Nicaragua. In some cases, it feels like a throwback to our younger days, and a slower pace, and I think we've really come to enjoy that.
I have so many things that are my favorite things of Nicaragua that it's hard to just say one. The country is beautiful, the people are wonderful and warm, and the birds and the animals. There's just so many things about Nicaragua that I love and that I fell in love with and want to continue to live here, that it's just hard to pinpoint one. There's just so many wonderful things here.
In our previous life, it would take me a day to go through. I mean, we were living the typical, rat race. Both Darlene and I had corporate careers, and she traveled extensively, and so we were both putting in, anywhere from 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week for long period of time. And I think there was a combination of burnout and just wanting something different, and wanting to enjoy life and being able to do that before we were too old to really enjoy it. And so we retired early. It was a big decision, and but at this point, I would never go back. I'm gonna need tequila for that one.